Hi, everyone. We have Stephen Gonzaelz with us now. If you have a question for Stephen Gonzaelz, please use the raise your hand function on the reactions tab, and we'll get to your question as soon as we can. So we'll begin with Pat from WGAL.
We've been training for months, and today was time to put it all out there. And it's unfortunate, but he'll get his opportunity to show what he can do. Overall, I felt like I had a great day. I was very thankful for the opportunity to have a pro day this year.
Pat, if you'd like to go ahead,
such a
start with
well-run, well-oiled machine today. Felt really good about it.
Okay, we'll start with Matthias Ornelas. If you have a question for Stephen Gonzaelz, please use the raise your hand function, and I'll ask you to unmute to ask your question. Thank you.
Steven, here is Matheus from Time Out Brazil. Congratulations for going for the NFL draft.
Thank you.
And what you can talk about your pro day, how that worked, and how your expectation for having a shot on the NFL.
I was with Arizona for training camp, and obviously through April through August. I was one of the final cuts, and I never got a pro day. I never got anything like that. So, I've just been training this whole time, just preparing my body, preparing my mind for this day. And I pretty much just texted Coach Galt kind of like in January-ish, and I told him, like, listen, I want to participate in pro day. Like, I want my opportunity to compete in pro day and, to show myself in front of scouts, especially since, I've been sitting out for a whole season. So it was just good to get out there, do position drills, do bench, vert. I thought I had a good day. Hopefully the scouts think the same thing, and, hopefully things work out in my favor. But, I'm just grateful for the opportunity that I was given.
Thank you. Good luck during the process.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Again, if you have questions for Stephen, please use the function under the reactions tab at the bottom bar of your Zoom, and then I'll ask you to unmute, and you can ask Stephen Gonzaelz a question.
Anyone?
It really is a dream in progress. It's something you think about when you're a little kid, and going through high school, going through college, and now you're here living what you've always thought about. So I'm just trying to enjoy the process. Take it one day at a time, 1 hour at a time.
Any questions for Stephen Gonzaelz? We'll go ahead to John.
Hey, Stephen, both on and off the field, how do you think being a student athlete at Penn State has prepared you to play in the NFL?
I'm sorry, could you repeat that? I couldn't hear you. Sorry about that.
No problem. Both on and off the field, Stephen, how do you think a student athlete at Penn State has prepared you to play in the NFL?
I think it's prepared me a lot, just from the discipline standpoint. The way Coach Franklin runs the program, he runs it pretty much like an NFL team, obviously, but we have to go to class and things like that. But especially when I was with the Cardinals, I just kind of took over the core values that, Penn State, instilled in me and instilled in our program, which is positive attitude, great work ethic, compete in everything you do, and then you must be willing to sacrifice. I just think, just what Coach Franklin preaches and teaches every day and tells us. And, I didn't feel really much transition when I was in Arizona with the Cardinals. Like, it felt like it was Penn State all over again, pretty much, but without school.
Go to Rich Scarcella next.
Hey, Steve, thanks for your time. And how do you, I missed how do you think?
No, can't say enough good things about the people that have coached me. Helped me mold me into the player I am today.
Your friend
This past season with Coach Stroman, worked with me so much, and helped me.
I couldn't hear the second question, but I'll answer your first one. So I felt like I did pretty well, considering, like I said, I've been working out and I've been doing everything I have to do to be prepared, to have been prepared for pro day. I was, training every day during the NFL season, hoping for a call, but, I didn't get one. So I continue to train hard, working smart, working hard. And, I thought I did well out there. I thought I showed scouts I can move. I hope that they think the same thing. I showed that I still have strength on the bench. I put up 32 times, had a good vert. So, I'm just hoping that, I get my opportunity.
My second question, part of the question was, do you feel for your friend Mike Mennett, who was unable to participate today?
Yeah, I do. He's a hell of a player. He's worked his butt off for 4 or 5 years. And, for him to have his opportunity, first of all, can't go to the combine. And then second, not be able to participate in pro day. I really feel for him, but, he's a hard worker no matter what. Whatever team picks him up, whatever team signs him, whatever team drafts him, they're going to get a hell of a player, a very smart player and very good leader.
Thanks.
Thank you.
If anyone has a question for Steven Gonzaelz, just use the raise your hand function and I'll ask you to unmute. You can ask Steven a question. We'll go back to Rich.
Steve, Penn State players have tested well, not just today, but over the years. Why do you think that is?
That's all a tribute to Coach Galt. And, kind of what he teaches us, kind of what the strength coaches all teach us, and, just the way they train us and prepare us. Throughout my 5 years when I was here, this is probably one of the top class strength coaching staffs. And, they, like I said, they just prepared all of us. Clearly, if you look at all the numbers from today, everyone performed really well. Everyone had a great pro day. And that's just a tribute to the strength coaching staff, to the coaching staff. And, they really prepare us here. And it's elite tier, I'd say.
And Kevin, if I could follow up. Secondly, Steve, you've played with these guys, but for those guys like Micah and Jason and Shaka to put up the numbers today that they did, were you even surprised by that?
No. We've seen them put up those numbers when we were doing like mock pro days and mock, just not even mock, but just like trying to get numbers and things like that. They were doing that then. And that was when they were sophomore, juniors, so this not a surprise. It's not a surprise at all. We've been preparing for this, and, they let it out and they let it loose today, and they did a really good job.
If anyone has a question for Steven Gonzaelz, please use the raise your hand function and I'll ask you to unmute and you can ask Steven a question. We have a few more minutes here with Steven. Go ahead, Jake.
Yeah, Steven, so I joined late, so sorry if you got asked this already, but, obviously you made it into the NFL, got your shot, so what brought you back here today to, be back with these guys and back on campus?
So what brought me back pretty much was just trying to get another opportunity to go in the NFL. The NFL has always been a dream of mine. I've worked so hard for it, and a lot of circumstances, a lot of things happen, and I'm that didn't allow me to have a pro day last year. So I'm not going to make excuses about it, and I'm not going to complain about it. But I just felt like I wanted, another opportunity, another chance to, really prove myself. And I know I had my time with Arizona and things like that, but, sitting out a whole year and, seeing Penn State play every weekend, seeing the NFL games every weekend, it just kind of was rough mentally. I had to really, stay strong mentally and obviously stay strong physically, but it was a really rough season. So I just felt like, I just wanted to get out here, just prove myself, show scouts, I can move, I can, I'm still in shape. And I really just wanted to get an opportunity and prove myself.
And, following up on that, who were some of the people who you leaned on during that time, and how did you maintain that confidence in yourself that, hey, I am a good football player. I played at Penn State. I can make it and compete with these guys.
Mainly myself. At the end of the day, it's me versus me mentality. I got to want to be great for myself. I got to want to, fulfill my dreams for myself because that's what I want to do. But from supporting staff, my mom, obviously a huge support. She's always been. You know, my coaches from high school have always been with me throughout the process. You know, my trainer back at home also has been with me through the process. So, you know, I have a great support staff. My family, friends, everyone has been really good. My tight, close friends. And yeah, so I mean, they've all just helped me. But at the end of the day, it was really myself and just kind of just keeping a positive attitude about everything, like Coach Franklin preaches a lot. And you know, I was just trying to really just stay positive, just keep my head up.
We'll go to Oscar next, followed by Elton Hayes.
Hey, thank you. Hello, Marca Claro from Mexico City, Latin America. In your position, what is your icons, your idols, your role model in the pro?
I don't really have too many role models in the pros, but there are a couple guys I like to model my game after. I like to model my game after kind of Zach Martin, you know, obviously a great offensive guard. Justin Pugh, who I spent some time with in Arizona, obviously another great guard and has been for a long time. And that, I mean, that's pretty much it. A lot of people compare me to Will Hernandez. I look at his film a lot, and you know, I could see the comparisons. And then as a role model, really though, he's a strength coach now at Texas A&M, but he went to my high school. His name is Josue Matias. He was with the Titans for a little bit, and he was with Florida State when they won the national championship. You know, and I text him almost every day, and he gives me a lot of advice, and you know, always just telling me about the process and things like that, just telling me to keep my head up. So, you know, I'd say that's really my role model.
Okay, gracias. Thank you.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Elton.
Hey, Stephen, I appreciate your time this afternoon. I'm sorry if you've already been asked this question. I was in another room.
Yeah.
But, you know, your route is a little unconventional coming in this year. What kind of led to that happening, and, you know, what kind of brought that all together for you?
So, yeah, like I said before, I know you weren't here, but I just was cut by the Cardinals. I was one of the final cuts. I felt like, you know, I was good enough to at least make the practice squad. Obviously, they didn't, you know, things didn't work out that way. Then I just kind of thought, all right, maybe like if I'll stay in shape, I'll keep training really hard, and hopefully I get signed throughout the season. That didn't happen either. So me and my agent were kind of talking about it. We're like, all right, so maybe we'll wait for futures deals. We'll see what we could do. And, you know, no one called. So, you know, I know I'm a good player. I know I can compete. I know I'm a hard worker. I do the right things every day. You know, I hope scouts understand that as well. But, you know, I just really wanted another opportunity, especially not having pro day last year and, you know, it being canceled on me and, you know, and on all of us in the 2020 class. You know, I just wanted another opportunity because I know I can still play. My body feels good. My mind's good. And I'm in a really good place. And yeah, I really just was trying to get an opportunity to really prove myself in front of scouts.
Can I ask another question?
Yeah, go ahead, Elton. This is the final question for Stephen.
Okay. Well, Stephen, you know, obviously, you know, last year you weren't able to do this. So your mindset, I guess, would have been a lot different. How do you feel you've kind of evolved in that last year, physically and just, you know, I guess, mentally, emotionally as well?
Yeah.
You know, being a year older.
Yeah. Mentally, I feel very strong and in a good place. You know, I used to pray pretty much every night, every morning, just, you know, hoping an opportunity would come. And, you know, once I found out I was able to go to pro day, I just kept praying, keep my mental strong, because, you know, especially in times like these and, you know, these unprecedented times that we've been through, you know, your mental health really, you know, it could deteriorate. And for a lot of people, that's what happens. So, you know, I was really just trying to keep a positive mindset, really keep a positive attitude about everything, like saying, listen, my time's going to come when it's going to come. I'm just going to continue to be patient, continue to just keep working, keep grinding. And then physically, I mean, it's just a grind. You know, you just got to work out every day. You know, a lot of the scouts and a lot of people have been saying I look really good. I am feeling a lot better. Probably the lightest, probably closest I've ever been to as light as I've ever been. So yeah, it's really just was staying prepared mentally and, you know, keeping my positive attitude and using my support staff around me. And then physically, like I said, just a grind and, you know, just really working hard and just, you know, wanting to fulfill my dream.
Thank you for your time, Stephen. Appreciate it.
Thank you all. Thank you all. Appreciate it.